wholeness, wellness, and balance to all beings. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Hassan, and I practice Tai Chi, Qigong, and yoga synchronistically as greater parts of aspects of wellness throughout my daily life. Uh, I would like to talk about some of their principles today as being like siblings. They're forever in unity, and their principles actually far supersede any class separation or delineation. So today I'd like to offer a bit of principles, especially during these times where you have some choices for self-reflection, for exercise. You know, maybe this is a time where we're in quarantine, or we're forced to be with ourselves a bit more, which is not a bad thing. But certainly, if you have some of these principles with you, it will help as a guide as well as an inspiration for taking them throughout all your practice, throughout all your artistic expressions and endeavors, creative expressions and endeavors, whatever they might be. So I'm going to first talk a little bit about this symbol on my shirt that the world might know as a yin yang, okay, or yin and yang. It's called many things, but actually, this symbol symbolizes and is correctly called a Tai Chi, okay? And a Tai Chi is the more correct way to pronounce the symbol rather than Tai Chi, okay? So this Tai Chi has two interrelated aspects that need to communicate and talk to each other. Notice each aspect doesn't have a pure yin, a pure yang, or extreme yin, extreme yang. There's a little bit in each one. And that is a great way of thinking, way of being for our life. I mean, let's think about that. Separation is not what we need. We need integration now. We need unifying concepts, unifying aspirations. So Tai Chi became known as the supreme ultimate concept. So if you look up Tai Chi, you may see supreme ultimate, grand ultimate fist, or something along those measures. But here, this is the principle. This principle far supersedes any art form. It can be taken to all belief systems and philosophies around the world. It is very ancient way of thinking. Even before humanity was this concept. All right, so specifically Tai Chi Chuan, or Tai Chi Chuan, or the way of Tai Chi, or the style of Tai Chi, or the fist way of Tai Chi, is what you maybe see people doing, you know, out in the park, you know, moving from one place to the other. This is Tai Chi Chuan, and Tai Chi Chuan is a method of moving meditation that uses the life force, chi energy, to guide the practitioner's practice and awareness through various asanas or movements. All right? The legend of Tai Chi is about a monk who went into a mountain for seclusion, and he saw a life battle between a snake and a crane. Each aspect showing some of its shortcomings and also some of its gifts, okay? One is quiet, expansive, balanced. The other recoils, formless, shapeless, like water. All right, so you can take that, just those two physical ideas, and even think of them as, if you want to think of them metaphysically, birdmen, serpent people, magnetic, electric, each aspect of the electromagnetic spectrum, every aspect of this reality, hot, cold, slow, fast, high, low, hard, soft, in, out, feminine, masculine, exemplifies this. And once again, they are not pure. There's just percentage or bias. So that basically is Tai Chi. And I want you to get the concept more so than the art form. All right, I'll jump to yoga. Okay, yoga, vast, ancient idea. Okay, this idea, concept, technology, inorganic or organic, way of life, system, method, set of ideas coalesced to bring about union, a yoking of the individual or the practitioner with an aspect of their self, usually a higher, more divine aspect of their self. I would like to mention the ladder of lights goes up and it goes down. So even if you want to think of great, immortal, incarnate beings densifying aspects of themselves to come live on this reality, you go dense, you get more subtle. The union, so that you can move and be aware. So these concepts you could talk about forever. We could write volumes and books about Tai Chi, Qigong, and yoga. But I just want to offer a synchronicity, some idea. Okay, though that's the great aspect of yoga. Now, usually when you have one side and another side, a middle way arises, okay? So, you have your hot, your cold, you're warm. You have the sun, moon, and the earth. You have a mother, father, and a child, okay? You have these things that a middle way arises. You have the creator, you have the destroyer, you have a sustainer. All right, so the three arises. And the thing that arises here today in the way I'm expressing it is Qigong. Qigong, Qi, or energy, is everywhere. The life force is everywhere. Qi, mana, pneuma, ra. So many different names around the world. Prana, okay? All these different names for the life force. Okay, now this life force arises through great practice of Tai Chi and yoga. Now, we could take them as specific ideas. Okay? Specifically, Tai Chi has family styles, Jiao Bao, Wudang, Sun, Wu, Wu Hao, Qin, Yang. So many different ways of thinking and moving. Yoga has Hatha, Karma, Kriya, Bhakti, wisdom, knowledge yoga, the Royal Raja yoga. So much different ways to specify and be specific, okay? Qigong has medical, has religious, it has martial, it has scholar. As you go down, each of these things divide and create specificity. But you need to be able to come back to source, come back to the original concepts. All right, so these original concepts you can take with you into your daily movements, your daily practice, your daily awareness. You know, if you're a healer, certainly you use Tai Chi principle. Certainly you use a yogic principle. Certainly you use Qi or Chi, energetic principles, all right? Any type of artist goes through all of these movements. Okay, so whether you're a spoken word artist, shout outs to my Aunt Ursula, you can be an artist who paints on the canvas of the world. Shout out to my brother Max Moses, Pose to Daniel Hopkins. These are just two great artists. You can be a movement artist, a martial artist, whatever. Okay, but bring the principles of Tai Chi and yoga and Qigong into your daily movements and awareness. Now, specifically, we can talk about the Hatha principle, the sun-moon principle of yoga. Okay, sun-moon, there it is, right there. System of asanas brought together maybe to create a vinyasa or a system of asanas interrelated and interconnected to make an emotion, idea, or feeling. All right, so right away you see how just that definition of hatha and vinyasa just moves right into the Tai Chi idea. They're universal. If you're like myself, I believe that these concepts far supersede humanity. It comes from the stars, okay? Much respect to India and China and many of the other world, Egypt, many of the other world cultures that brought these ideas, into a digestible way that we could take them as a system. But I believe they were one at one point. They're one expression. And as the ideas moved down, they separated according to place, the way of life, way of ideas, environment. In your practice, especially if you practice the art of Tai Chi Chuan and yoga, hatha, vinyasa style, you can really see how each movement has aspects of the other movement. I mean, it's really, once you practice them, together, you can really see how each movement just moves through the transitions and it's expressed a different way. Okay? I feel personally that in practice of Tai Chi, it's more divine feminine in its practice. And I say that meaning you seek cultivation. It's more closing. It's not expansive per se. It's more about coming in, circulating, water-like, spooling centripetably, okay? Allowing the energy to come down and in, finding the roots into the earth, all right? It can be passive, you allow things to happen, all right? Once again, each of these systems are complete, but when you practice them, you see a little bias. Practicing hatha style yoga, for me, it's more yang. There's really a surya element. There's an opening, a releasing, an expanding, a pressurizing of the muscles and contraction. There's a fire, there's a heat, there's a purification, spooling up and out, moving out into spirit. It's very active. It's making it happen. You know, you're using these techniques to make it happen. Now, these are just my ideas. You know, you can take it or leave it, but when you practice them both, the third aspect arises. You have energy cultivation. You have Qigong, you know, prana cultivation, prana awareness. The energetic life force is present in all. You can witness it. You can see it. You can feel it. You can allow it to be a protective sheath. You can allow it to give to others to help bring health, wellness, and enlightenment. So vast things. But with today's choices, you don't see many people talking about them integratively. So I wanted to take this time, take my place to talk about them integratively. If you actually would like to see them in movement, see them in practice, leave a like, leave a comment below. Tell me I can make a video showing a simple style of infusing Tai Chi and Qigong principles into yogic vinyasa, or vice versa, kind of moving out of that asana out to, expression of Tai Chi and movement. So, if I didn't say earlier, Tai Chi, yin in cultivation, but in expression, it can be a martial art. You can be using it for healing. It can propulse the energy outward. Yoga, all right? You get into the pressures, the stances, the contraction. Maybe a bit more angular, maybe be a movement more towards wideness, but in expression, it can take you up to higher, more subtle spiritual realms. So always the lesson of divine yin, divine yang, divine masculine, divine feminine. Okay, that can mean astral to physical, etheric to mental. There's so much to this, and everything works together, and you have all of these aspects. So thank you for joining me today. Once again, I'm Hassan, and I'm bringing to you some more synchronization, unity, health, wellness, and balance. Wholeness to you. Gui Gun Fu Ming. Return to roots, return to life. Divine in me salutes the divine in you. Namaste.